go. Go to what's going on, guys? Good afternoon. Hi there. Greetings. Oh, what a day. Thanks for being here. My name is Alan Cox. Welcome. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's right there, too.
Yo, creepy hugs.
Harry Santora is out. Poundcake's back in Studio G.
Afternoon, white people.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you'd like to join us, please do. There's no shortage of ways you can do that. If you want to call, 216-578-1007, 800-348-1007. You can send me texts, 35192. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, you can leave messages there. If you prefer to listen passively, that's totally fine, too. You would represent the majority of the audience. As much as we like talking to people, it is it's a minority of those people who will reach out and touch someone, namely us. There was, did you catch, were you guys here early enough to see this country guy performing out here?
I did not catch that. No.
They sent an email to everyone earlier in the week that WGAR, which is our country station, was going to have a country performer out here in our music lounge, and they were going to have some listeners and, you know. Now, I don't know any of these guys, so when they email them, they have the name of the person. I've never heard of that person. I'm not tuned into country music artists. Mary likes all those guys. This was a guy named Russell Dickerson. I thought he was the guy that directed Surviving the Game with Ice-T, but no. That was Ernest Dickerson, and that was 30 years ago, so it shows you what I know. But the entire, and, you know, they brought in some listeners to watch this. Every one of the listeners out there that they brought in, they were all young moms with babies. And I know this because they had the babies with them.
Yeah, I saw that.
They were all sitting out there, and I didn't get it at first because I'm just looking out into the suite through the window in my studio door. I'm in here, and it takes me a second to realize what's going on, and I kind of go out there and do a lap, see what's up. All these young moms with babies. Like babies, where they have like the little headband with the flower on it still because they don't have any hair. And they're out there loving it. And the guy must have been hilarious because I heard laughter nonstop in between songs from the guy. So I don't know any of his work, but those girls really seem to enjoy him. And, you know, the young moms, kind of the young country moms, you know, they dress the part too. They're just coming here. They won something from GAR, and they're coming to watch this guy perform. But they've got, like, the knee-high boots, and they got the fall sweater on.
Oh, yeah, they all
got it.
They're dressed all the same.
The personification of the pumpkin spice latte and the little babies. I mean, lovely girls. So whatever this guy, I don't know what this guy's situation is.
Country music's not about individuality.
He's got a pretty comely audience.
Comely?
I mean, yeah. And they were...
look that one up.
They were...
Is that why they all have babies?
What's that? But yeah, I was like, wow, who are all these women with babies? Because before he got here, the listeners were all milling around. They were waiting. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I thought maybe they were having some kind of... I don't know what I thought they were doing here. So maybe they were part of some organization that was going to be recording a podcast here or a commercial or something. And it turned out that they were part of the listeners who had won to come and see this guy. Tall dude. Boy, if you are tall, get into country music because it seems like rock and roll guys, a lot of them are short. You meet a lot of rock and roll dudes and they're short. But a lot of these country dudes are tall. These tall corn pones. And then they put the hat on.
He's 6'4".
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're wearing a hat, which I think fewer and fewer of the young country artists do, some of the guys that are youngish, but they're still kind of throwbacky, like your Aldeans and those guys.
If I had good hair, there will be no hat involved. When I start balding, that's when I put the hat on.
Why cover up an amazing head of hair? Why do you think you see me in caps so infrequently?
I mean, let's be honest. This show is full of good hair.
Great hair.
Didn't used to be.
I've got good hair. Bill's got good hair.
Poundcake, I like your hair. Like, since you've started growing it out, it's good. I like it.
You look way better with your hair longer.
Yeah.
I still want you to go full on. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stand growing mine out, but as of now, I'm still growing it out.
What do you mean full on? My beard or my hair?
Your hair on your head.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
You know I'm on record as saying I want you to go to the full boondocks.
I wouldn't look bad. I'm sure my girl Annie, Bill, and mine stylist can work it out. But it just takes a long time, and I don't know if I'm patient enough to do it.
You guys have the same stylist.
Yeah.
Bill put me on.
Once he started growing his hair out, I was like, hey, go to Annie. She'll take care of you.
Because I don't.
She'll because you were going to your brother's guy, and he would just do your hair just like your brother.
Yeah.
And
No, that's no good. You were going to like a barber shop.
I've
before.
always gone to a barber because, again, grew up in a black household. We don't go to stylists. When I told my brother I was now going to a stylist, he was like, "Well, excuse me."
It's like, that's the gayest thing you've ever done.
Honestly, that's literally what it was. My entire life.
Faux shiz.
It's been barbers. I've never gone to a stylist. Bill was the first person that put me on to a stylist, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing. So yeah, I've been getting my hair cut. Pretty much a skull. What do they call it?
skull cut.
Skull cut.
Yeah.
My entire life, and I feel like after 29 years, and I saw how bad my hairline was receding. I'm like, either I'm gonna do the big shave and just go completely bald, or I'll give it one last try and see how it looks grown out. And that's when I got the stylist.
There's a barber right here in the arcade. Did you ever go to the barber down here?
No, I don't just randomly go into barbers. It has to be word of mouth. I don't look online.
Because you used to have your guy from Jordan.
Yeah, and I don't know if his barbershop is still there. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's still there, but
yesterday on my way home, there was a mobile barbershop just out there on Prospect. It was like Hollywood Cuts or something like that.
But
like you can see like the chair in there, and they have like a trailer they drive around and can line you up right there on the street.
I don't pick barbershops that way. It has to be someone I know that has gone to. I need someone to vouch for them. I don't care if a random person, because I don't know who that random person is in bed with. I don't know if he's getting a cut from telling me, oh, this guy's good, he checks out. It has to be one of my friends that goes there that I can pull up on, like, hey, this dude ruined my, fade or whatever.
Well, however, if before when you were just cutting your hair short, there's nothing for them to screw.
That's not the point.
There's nothing for them to screw up. I have hair.
Yes, you can.
I can't have somebody screwing up my hair.
That's not true.
If you were going in saying, "Give me the number one guard and take it down to the skull," you don't need somebody who. You could have somebody do it and not worry about it.
No, that's not true. I had I would get a number 2. I would get it faded on the sides and tapered in the back. You'll be surprised.
Oh, that's a whole thing then.
You could be surprised how many people can screw that up. My dude, what was his name?
Rasan?
It was like Rakesh or something like that. Rakesh from Jordan. He knew my skull inside and out. So
inside. He knew your skull from the inside.
I didn't have to give him.
that is literally irrelevant information to a barber. They only need to know your skull from the outside.
But no, he needed to know inside too, because he would know when I was having a bad. I went to him often enough. I lived on Prospect at the time.
How often were you getting haircuts?
I would get him like every 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this was when I lived on Prospect, and his apartment or his shop was on Euclid, so he's right down the street from here. It was I'm not to give them a plug, but it was
right here on the east side.
It was VIP barbershop, and I don't know if he's still there. And he would know when I was having a bad day. I would just sit in the chair, and he's like, "Usual." I'm saying, "Yes, the usual." He would cut me, and
with a straight razor.
No, he had a.
He didn't razor your head. Did you do the edges with the razor?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
All right.
And then my other guy, that was my brother's, and I would have to drive all the way to Lorraine.
All right, well, now you've got Bill's girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do the two of you ever go and sit in adjacent chairs and hold hands?
All the time.
Nice. I've got to take a break. I'll have another $1,000 for you. Listen for those keywords, because you get them once an hour, about 30 past. So 2:30, next chance for you to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard Bookie. 35192 to text, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio.